Okay. Hi guys, my name's Pops. I suppose you know that if you've already found the channel. I stream on Twitch. I do lots of PvP. I like to have fun in Star Citizen. It's one of my favorite games in the world. And right now, there's not a whole lot of information about what is good in a PvP landscape. And when it is put out there, it's talking specifically within the context of Arena Commander. I want to talk about what is good in the context of both Arena Commander and the PU. Weapons, ships, crewing, all these sort of things as we run through a few ships here in this list. I've got my Twitch chat over here. Say hi, Twitch chat. Over there on the right. This is going to be a bit of a mess. It's the first time we've done a tier list, so I hope you have some fun with me while we go on through it. There's going to be some ships here that maybe shouldn't be in this category that I was asked to put into the category by my community. There's going to be some ships that you think might need to be in a different category. Again, what's really important right off the bat is that we establish the fact that this is just an opinion piece, okay? It's the opinion that's right, and you shouldn't argue with it because you don't want to be wrong, okay? But it is just opinion. That's why I've got my YouTube, my Twitch guys over there in the corner.
Still be the fact game.
Because they'll keep me in line as we move along, and you might see some differing opinions appear over there in the Twitch chat as well. So feel free to come and follow me on Twitch. It's nonstop pops. And I hope this information is helpful for you. Again, please understand that this is opinion. If you are in the YouTube comments, let's discuss, but let's keep it civil. And then let's get into it. All right, let's kick right off. So what I've got here is essentially every single fighter, every starter that can touch on combat. Okay, so you'll know, for example, you'll see that the cutter is in here somewhere. I don't know where it's gone, but I did put the cutter in here. Where's Drake? Yep. But I didn't put the salvation in. Why? The salvation is designed specifically to go out there and salvage, not fight. The cutter is a generalist, which means it might end up in a fight. Okay? And there's a couple of others in there that people wanted me to put in. The Clipper is in here. And also, I think the Intrepid I threw in here as well. So there's a few bits and pieces here. We're going to go through S through D. Let's establish what S means. S is this is as good as it gets and it is completely viable. D is it is as bad as it gets and you can't even consider it in a PvP scenario because something like the salvation will beat it. Okay. So we've got a bit of a scale here. I've only got interceptors, starters, and fighters. That's light fighters, medium fighters, heavy fighters. Okay. In this list, I've got no gunships. I've got no bigger ships. Because I want to talk within the context of 1 and 2 seater ships and how they perform. You'll also find that some of these variants have been cut out. You'll see that for the F7 Mark 1, I just have the military version. That's going to represent all the Mark 1s. I've got the Super. Then I've got the Mark 2. That represents all the Mark 2s. I'll do a little special mention to the Ghost. But essentially, I've only included variants where variants matter, i.e. Avenger and Avenger Warlock. So with that said, let's get into it. So, Mustangs. Consolidated Outland is a pretty tiny little group of ships. They've been tiny for a long time. We're hoping that they get heftier in the future. But for now, as you guys know, the only real representative is the Mustang. In this case, I've grabbed the Mustang Delta. The reason I've grabbed the Mustang Delta is the others are just not viable. Starter ships, CIG, for whatever reason, CIG don't give starter ships any viability in combat. It's how it's always been. They don't like to give any viability to these ships. They just like to make sure that they are a leaping point for you to either spend more money or buy something else in the verse. And as such, all of those Mustangs are irrelevant. The Omega's quite good for racing. And like the racing Mustangs, they're quite good, but we're not talking about racing, we're talking about fighting. So the only viable Mustang is the Mustang Delta. And you know what? It's a pretty good ship. I fly this thing around a fair bit on stream. It will beat pretty much anything that isn't smaller, lighter, and faster than it. It's a little undergunned at the moment, so it can feel a bit anemic. I would have, pre the engineering cycle, thrown this into A. But now that we're in engineering, it's a little bit soft, and its guns just aren't quite big enough to actually get the damage that you need.
Visit Nonstop Bob's, streamer in the clouds.
Onto some of the bigger targets and more heavily armored targets. I think if you upped its rocket pods, then this suddenly becomes a very, very viable ship. I still use it. I still have a bunch of fun with it, but I'm a pretty good pilot comparative to the average pilot. I think the average pilot's going to struggle with this ship. They're going to be caught by the low HP and not really understand why it is that they're losing. And unless they understand some of the higher concepts of PvP fighting, they're going to lose the vast majority of the time. So, good ship, but a ship you have to spend time in. I have been running Panthers on it. Sorry, not Panthers, Badgers on it, because it's got 4 size 2 slots, or NBDs. Ballistics, you've only got size 2, so you struggle to get through armor and actually put the damage that you want onto targets. You can use like the swordfish guns, the like cannons, the swordfish cannons that whip across at like 1600, but they just don't. You run out of ammo too quickly for bigger targets. So NBDs if you know how to merge, Badgers if you don't. Good ship, good ship. You can't even use that one in Arena Commander. I don't think you should, but you can. Nomad. This might surprise you. Nomad isn't as bad as people think it is. It has a lot of firepower. It has a lot of HP. It's got pretty good pitch and yaw. It's not one of these D tier ships. If you know what you're doing, you know how to track hood, you know how to position, the Nomad can perform. Again, if you're an Arena Commander, we wouldn't even put this on the screen. Okay, just to be very clear, if this was an Arena Commander only list, I would not even have included the Nomad. But you are, if you're in a Nomad, going to be caught out in the PU at some point via whether that's AI, whether that is other players. You should be able to hold your own as long as you don't get jumped by some of these A tier and S tier ships. You should be able to hold your own against it. You've got plenty of firepower. Plenty of HP, so no reason why you shouldn't be able to succeed. Its maneuverability is a little iffy, but hey, yeah, at the end of the day, it's not made specifically for fighting. So I'm going to throw it into C tier. I know some people will disagree with me, but I've been clapping cheeks with this a month or so ago, a little less than a month ago, and I had a blast. So really fun ship. Again, this has size 3s. When you get to size 3, that's when you can start playing with ballistics. So that's when you can put your Scorpius Mantis, I can't remember which one's 2 or 3, onto it and really start to shred ships to pieces in this garbage ballistic meta that we're in. You'll hear me a bit of discontent about ballistic meta. I really dislike this ballistic meta. It has taken a lot of the fun out of PvP fighting for quite a lot of PvPers. Enough that Avenger 1 has left the scene. So that lets you know how the PvP's community is feeling about ballistics. That is to say, we hate it. Okay, Nomad, good, get it. Space Elon Musk will love you if you do. M50, once upon a time, in my opinion, was the best ship in the entire game. But little by little, this ship is being knocked down. Essentially, racing ships, and it is a racing ship, racing ships got a whole rework a few patches ago, and now they are just kind of hard to use in a fight, especially in a patch that is a ballistic meta patch. Racing ships in a ballistic meta actually are taking more damage from ballistics. If you go to their stats and numbers, there's a website called SC Performance Viewer. If you want to check out stats and numbers on any of these ships, that's SC Performance Viewer. If you want to really nut down, or if you want a basic overview, you can go to Urkel.games. Both of those websites rule. Go give them some love. You will see that racing ships and interceptors take more physical damage, which means they take more ballistic and more missile damage. They should. Just to be clear, I don't think that's a stupid idea. I think that's good. The problem is that ballistics are overtuned, so they're kind of becoming irrelevant, a lot of those ships. They take the tiniest bit of ballistic damage from like a size 2 machine gun ballistic, and that knocks them all over and they go all wibbly and blows off a wing because of just how much. I think they've got like 15% resistance or something. It's like nothing. So where this used to be the interceptor, there was nothing better than this in the interceptor role. It is now barely usable for me. You can use it in a formation. It's probably A tier in a formation in the right situation because it is so fast. But what are you using as its guns? And that's the big question. 2 NBDs? Size 2s, by the way. It's only got 2 size 2s. So we're using 2 size 2 NBDs? Can you apply that damage in your blow through? Are you using the broadsword cannons? Or longswords, whatever they are? If you are, you're going to run out of ammo before the fight's over, so you're dipping away to get ammo constantly. 2 badges? You're not doing anything, because repeaters barely do anything now. They're sort of almost useless unless there's large amounts of them. So, what are you running on it? when it's as undergunned that it is. And it should be undergunned. It's a racing ship. Just the perception of it had contorted into an interceptor ship because of how good it was. It is no good no longer. I'd almost put it in C tier. I'm going to put it in C tier for now. And maybe I'll move it later. But it's better than the Nomad, but... Oh, man. Like, this is one of my favorite ships, by the way. It hurts me to put it there. I love this ship. And I'm so sad it is where it is. But, alright, we'll just put it in C tier for now. Maybe we move it later. Okay. My baby. My baby. My baby. Can we get some QTs in chat for the QTest ship in the game? I am staunchly against Origin. Alright? We don't need any of these tourism ships in the game, alright? You go take your tourism ships and you go tour Stanton. I don't want to see them. But this ship is the king. Well, it was the king. It is hard to find a place for it now. I'm going to have to think for a second. But really, the reason this ship is so good is it's halfway between interceptor and light fighter. Let's define the difference between an interceptor and a light fighter. Interceptors go very fast in a straight line. Light fighters are ultra maneuverable when they're not going in a straight line. They're also pretty quick. I think the Gladius is 21 Gs. This one here in a straight line is about 28, 29. Though that G, that forward push, makes a huge difference. 9 Gs is a lot. So this, I believe, lands somewhere around 24. I might be wrong. Someone check me on that. But somewhere, it's halfway between interceptor and fighter. It's a little undergunned. 2 size 2s, 2 size 1s. But it also is suffering from the ballistic issues that quite a lot of these other ships are going to suffer from, like this M50. I think it performs better than the M50 because it can dance a little bit more than the M50. It performs better than the Mustang because it's faster than the Mustang. As long as you know what you're doing, this ship will pretty much outskill anyone who's not in an Arrow, Gladius, and a few others that we'll talk about later. So I'm going to leave it in high B. It might even be A by the end of this list, but 85X rules. You can run whatever you want on it. I've run NBDs on it. I've run CFs on it. You can run ballistics on it. Again, ballistics has ammo issues. The smaller ballistics struggle to pen, which means they take longer to get to apply the damage. So I wouldn't be running like Scorpiuses and Yellow Jackets and stuff on it. You're just going to run out of ammo before you actually have any effect. It might be okay in a 1v1. But if you're in a squad fight in the PU, say fighting at Hathor or fighting at the exec hangars or something like this, you're going to run out of ammo. You're going to be jumping away. And this is a ship that's stealthy. It can be stealthed right out and really wants to be a forward operating ship because it can get in there. And as long as they don't have Buccaneers or M50s to catch you, you're going to outrun any fighter. So you can watch from a distance with your stealth and then you can disengage and get back to your boys and take the fight with them. Yeah, and it can hold its own in a fight. Should it be as good as it is? No, this should be here for fighting. It's an exploration snub vessel, but it just rips. So let's go. 85X, Bops loves it. Maybe you'll love it too. Good ship. Good ship. Okay. The 100 series. Let's be very realistic. Some of these have the word fighter on them. But they don't really perform like a fighter. The only one that has excellent pitch is this one, the 125A. The problem is they're huge, these 125As. Big ships. You wait till you actually take the time to look at how big a 100 series is. I think they're like 20... I want to say 21, 22 meters long. So a really long ship. And they're big, and more than anything... They have big silhouette, and more than anything, they have a very little HP pool. It is so small. If you get caught for like half a second, you're gone. They've got like as much HP as these 85Xs and these M50s. So if you get caught, you die. So they're not very quick. They have good pitch, but their roll and yaw is lacking. Their Gs are lacking. Their HP pool is lacking. Their firepower is lacking. They're a D tier ship. When it comes to PvP. You can use them for some fun, and we do occasionally on the stream get into a 100 series, but let's be real, guys. It's no good. Just fly something else. Or take your 100 series and go kill some yellow contracts in PvE. Because it'll do fine in PvE, in the low-end PvE. But a good player, even a poor player, just needs to catch you for like 1.5 seconds of gun time, especially in this ballistic meta. If you show silhouette like this, if you go from this to this for the smallest amount of time, you will just evaporate. So, as you should. It's a touring ship, not a fighter. This one is sold as a fighter, though. Anyway. Okay. The Hefty 300 series. We're going to say this is the 325A, the one that has the big gun on the front, the size 4 on the front. So size 4 on the front, 2 3s on the wings. The issue with this ship is that there are just better options. It's not that this ship is necessarily bad. It's just, why would I get into this interceptor? Yeah, it's fast. Other interceptors are faster. Yeah, it's got big guns. Same loadout as an Avenger, and an Avenger's faster. And more importantly, an Avenger is a way smaller profile. So it might handle okay. It might have good Gs. The attack on its thrusters is spectacular. When I say attack on the thrusters, for those of you who are new here, what that means is how fast the thrust kicks in. So not the Gs that push you, how fast that, when you thrust forward on a buck, it goes and then kicks in, right? It's like that moment as the engines power in, and then it kicks in, and then the Gs punch you. It's like an on-off switch. You're forward and back, forward. But the minute you push forward, the attack kicks on those engines. Feels really nice. So if you want to go have some fun, this is a great ship. And for PvE, this ship is awesome. We were flying this yesterday or the day before. Really cool. It is so big, though. It's like as big as a constellation. It's as big as an Idris. Why is it so big? For what, a bed in the back of it? The racing one even has a bed in it. Am I stopping halfway through my race to have a sleep? Why does this ship need to be so big? I don't understand. It is gargantuan. So because of that, if it turns for a split second sideways or shows any of its profile, it just dies, man. So I'm going to say low C, maybe D. Low C for now. We'll see. We might move it later. But it's not that it's necessarily bad. It's just it's so big. A lot of ships in Star Citizen are massive for no reason. Just these huge ships. If you stand next to a Fury, it's like a Fury is bigger than an SUV in real life, like a car. They're massive Furies. So now think about how small the Fury looks next to something like Gladius, which is 21 meters long. 21 meters long for a Gladius. That's 3 stories. That's a 3-story building. That's how long a Gladius is. Get that in your mind as we talk about how big some of these ships are. A Gladius on its tail is 3 stories high. This thing's longer than a Gladius. And wider. And rounder. So it's massive. It is like a high-rise building. It's crazy. So, I don't know. I like it. It's fun to fly. Not a PvP ship. Oh. Why are there 2 Auroras here? Yeah. The mighty Aurora. I remember back in 3.18. Pre this master. Maybe it was before that, 3.16. Pre this master modes. You get into your Aurora. You'd put your batches on it. And you go out and find the heftiest looking Arrow pilot or Gladius pilot at Grimhax. We didn't have Pyro at Grimhax. And you'd just fly straight at him. And you'd mop him. Because he didn't know how to manage his speed. And you as a little Aurora did. Oh, it was the dream. It was everything. And then he would get the shits. And he would go get into his 890 jump and come out like, yeah, now what are you going to do? And you'd turn your Aurora into a size 15 torpedo. I'm back! Boom! Up goes his 890 jump. It was the best. Oh, it was the best. Master modes killed the Aurora. Like we said, no Aurora can get decent firepower. They have size 1 guns on them. Size 1s don't even chip armor. They don't get through shields. Size 1s basically shouldn't be in the game. Size 1s should be on ground vehicles only. I don't know why they're on starships when they are the only weapon on starships. You can't get through shields. And if you can't get through shields, you can't get through hulls. And if you can't get through hulls, you can't get through your opponent. And if you can't get through your opponent, you're looking at a respawn screen. And they're looking to their friends saying, what an idiot, why did he bring an Aurora? It hurts me to say that. Yeah, I will respond to chat, guys. I can see a few of you in there. Hey, Rainy, how you doing? Hey, Flying Buttress. Hey, guys. Aurora is a dead ship. But I'll say this. The new sound design, the rework, the visual improvements that they've done to it recently is so good. So if you're looking for something to just get around, again, I only put this on this list because it's a starter. We're looking at fighters mainly. This one's a starter. I feel like I had to put it on here, right? So it's not really in this category. But I like the Nomad, right? But I've put it in here because it's a starter. So go check it out if you've got one. The rework that CIG has done is spectacular and it's worth a look. So go have a look at it, but don't take it into combat. Use it to get around the verse. Use it to land and deal with some AI or whatever. Don't use it in PvP combat. And to be honest, you might even struggle in PvE with it. So find something else. Okay. Mantis. I'm going to put this in a category based on what it does. Okay? What do I mean by that? So this ship obviously isn't going to stand in a rate fight, but for fighting in the PU, it is a very important piece of the puzzle. Okay? A lot of people think of the Mantis as simply a griefing ship. And to be honest, it is used for griefing quite a lot, so I totally get that. A lot of people, sorry, I was talking to my dog. A lot of people look at the ship as a griefing ship. That's not what it's designed for. It's designed for a very specific purpose and a very specific role. It is a interdictor in the most refined version of the word. What does it do? It moves quickly, it sticks to targets, it runs away from targets when it needs to, and it keeps an entire area on lock. Why is that important? Well, much to the chagrin of a lot of supply line gamers, it can be used for pirating. But for me, it stops the pirate Idris from running away. So when I turn up to kill the pirates, I bring one of these so the pirates, the Idris can't get away from me. I bring one of these so the Polaris can't get away from me. I bring one of these so when the Kraken's in the game, when the Constellation, when the C2 is in the game, and they are about to jump because I've got 2, 3, 4 fighters, maybe a heavy fighter and 2 light fighters. I can't kill a C2 before it jumps away. I can't kill an Idris before it jumps away. And remember this, supply line gamers, that's what you should do. If a Gladius comes at you and you're in a C2, or any of these fighters comes at you and you're in a C2, just run. Why are you standing a fight in a C2? You're not going to win that. Why are you trying to fight in your Constellation or your Corsair? Even if you've got all of your turrets manned, you're not beating the fighter. You may have beat a fighter before, but if he's a good pilot, you're not beating him. Just leave. That's why you've got all that shield. That's why you have all that HP. Just get out of there. That's all you got to do. Just run. Run away. There's no cowardice in it. At the end of the day, you will just slowly die. It'll be death by 1,000 cuts. So don't give that fighter the opportunity to sit there and chip you. Leave before your shields go down. Or like start moving in a straight line as fast as you can. Then drop shields to go to nav. So, with that in mind, no ship is better at interdicting in the entire game. No ship has as broad a sphere. No ship can rip you out of hyperspace and then dampen you and keep you there. No ship can fish. Certainly no ship looks as sweet when it's got all of its abilities active. So very, 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 very cool. I'm going to put this in S tier because it is the Mantis. So if you know what you're doing, if you're a good Mantis pilot, you will never be caught. You'll never die. You'll drag people flat. You'll keep everyone locked down. In a PU environment, this is why I said PU, not Arena Commander. In Arena Commander, this is the stupidest ship you could take. If this is Arena Commander, we wouldn't even have it on the list. We're talking about PU. It's as good as it gets. So it goes into S tier. Okay, Meteor, dog shit. Let's go on to the next ship. I wanted the Meteor to be good as much as all of you did. I really did. It's Jared's ship. We all love Disco Lando. It's got these sweet Leonid double fire cannons. It's quick, but it is paper thin. And we are in a ballistic meta. And there is a ship in this ballistic meta that makes this ship incredibly vulnerable. And I'll talk about it a little bit later. Conceptually, this ship is a great idea. Fast Gs, a good delta, increasing the speed of your projectiles as they come out of your gun. I don't know if you know that. Relative velocity, momentum, and inertia means that if I'm still and I shoot a bullet... Oh. If I'm still and I shoot a bullet, it goes this fast. Boo. If I'm moving and I shoot a bullet, it travels out from me at the speed that I'm moving and maintains the inertia and momentum and the relative velocity. So... if you're going fast and in a straight line in a Meteor, your projectiles don't travel at 900 or whatever. They travel at 900 plus your speed. So if you're going 600 or 700, your rounds are going at like 1400, 1500. Problem is you get caught for 1 second and you just come apart. Like in no time at all. It's shocking how meager this ship is and its HP pool. And... like we discussed with the 300i, it is huge. Go stand next to the Meteor. It's like the profile of some of the bigger... It's bigger than most of the heavy fighters. It is enormous. It might not feel enormous once you're inside it, but go have an actual look at the Meteor and have a look at how big it is. As far as I'm concerned, this may be one of the most useless ships in the game right now. Even for punching up. Even for punching up. If I'm fighting a constellation, its turret gunners can send me. Because I don't have the ability to create the momentum. I can blow through and 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 blow through. But even in those pass-throughs, the turret gunners can put good damage on you. So, all it takes is one fighter and you're done, man. So, I don't know. If I have to fight someone, I would rather be... in the Aurora than I would in the Meteor. So this might end up being the bottom ship on the list. I'm not saying you can't make it work. I'm just saying that it very often won't. I don't know. I had fun with it with the current event that's going on in 4.6. Going out and blowing up ships in the 465k missions, the defense con ships, where you kill the 2 ships, then the 2 ships, then the 2 ships. I was smashing through staff errors, having a great time. But that's AI. Maybe you can use it for some AI. I guess it does better against AI than these ships. Okay. On the merit that this is a PvP list, I'll put it higher than these because it will do better against AI and bobs than some of these ships will. Makes me sad. I mean, I love the Mantis. I really wanted I wanted a cool RSI fighter. Like a cool RSI medium. Instead I get this fucking thing. What is it? Anyway, whatever. Look who enters the battlefield. This. I have a troubled relationship with the Scorpius. I've bought this ship 13 times. I have melted it 13 times. I currently don't own one. But I will buy one again. I know I will. I'll buy it. I'll again and again and again be buying it and selling it, buying it and selling it, buying it and selling it. It's just the way this shit works. What makes the Aurora better? Smaller profile, can dodge impacts. If it is hit, it can sort of disengage and get its shields back. There's this whole idea of the best defense sometimes being the best defense. Right now in this ballistic meta, killing your opponent quickly is usually more important than dodging their hits, because you just get chipped by ballistic shots just like fanning at you like this. I mean, you've been in front of a AI Cutlass, right? Where the AI Cutlass just fans shots at you like this, attack cut, whoop, 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 and you just get slapped and slapped and slapped by little like chippy damage. If that AI Cutlass shows up and you go dub, 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 dub with the Leonids, it probably dies and you can move on to the next target. If you're in an Aurora, you've got to fly around it and circle it and merge with it and rotate it and orbit it for ages and ages, while another ship might be fanning you with ballistics. So for that reason alone, I'm going to put the Meteor above. Also, AI at the moment and really shitty players who don't know how to fly, will do something called speed trapping or speed walling. The AI do it over and over again. Obviously, CIG have been taking data from really crap players, because this is what crap players do. They wait for you to move towards them, and then they back strafe, match your speed, and pull out in a U. So if you turn to face them, you are losing momentum as you turn to face them, and you become a steal target while they maintain their momentum and plug you. The best way to break through a speed trap or a speed wall is to have a ship with high Gs, i.e. the Meteor. It goes fast, so it can get through speed traps and stuff. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was. Still not good, but maybe not as bad as I thought it was. It's still D tier. Maybe just the top of D tier instead. So, Scorpius! We've bought it, we've sold it, we've bought it, we've sold it, we've bought it, we've sold it. I love the Hurricane more than any other ship in the game. I love it. I love my Hurricane. It's so, so good. But my Hurricane has been really kind of abysmal for a long time. I wish it would just get good again, but it won't. But we just talked about momentum. We just talked about Gs. We just talked about being speed-walled. This is the fastest heavy fighter. It's faster than most light fighters. It is unbelievably quick, the Scorpius. I don't know if you know this, but there's not many ships in the game that go faster than the Scorpius, and it has 8 Panthers, one of which is omnidirectional on top if you've got a co-pilot. If you can manage your speed, you will kill arrows, you will kill Gladiuses, you will kill Buccaneers, you will kill Mantises, you will kill literally anything you come across. The Scorpius, if it's manned with 2 good pilots, may contend for the best ship. We'll go through this a little bit more, but Scorpius is king, baby. Size 2 shields, fully powered if you get military components in it. Takes size 3 weapons across the entire thing. I won't engage a Scorpius alone. If you're one of my wrigglers that flies alongside me, you've heard me say, there's a Scorpius there, who's around? I'm not gonna, like, we need to attack it together, because I can't attack it alone. And that's the sign of a scary ship. There is no other ship on this list that if I am in an arrow, I am scared of. I don't think. I'm just looking for a second. Maybe the Gladius. Yeah, no other ship am I scared of in an arrow. Except the Scorpius. So, yeah, get yourself a Scorpius in-game. If you don't have one out of game, get one in-game. Scorpius rules, like I said, very, very fast, punches through speed walls, catches ships that are trying to run away, doesn't get affected by the ballistic nose push. So if a Gladius turns up and starts blasting you with the nose with ballistics, or an arrow turns up and starts blasting you with the nose with ballistics, you just saddle up, baby. Take the rate. 8 Panthers. Boom. That Gladius or arrow will go up in seconds. It is spectacular. I cannot speak highly enough of it. And yet, I just melted one about a week ago. So, my relationship with the ship aside, it is a very good ship. Buy it. It rules. It rules. It rules. It's a good ship. Good ship, good ship, good ship. Okay. That's our side on. This is looking pretty good. This is about what I suspected. We'll keep on pushing through. The Intrepid. The Intrepid is on this list simply because it's a starter that may end up in combat. When we just discussed this, like the Aurora. It really shouldn't be on this list. It's more of a freighter. I totally understand that. And let's look at it with the context that it's more of a freighter, right? This is a great get-around ship. If you like its design language, the, like, jagged Crusader, sort of like, it reminds me of Tetris blocks. I don't know how else to explain it. It looks like Tetris to me. Every time I look at this ship, I hear... It's just sweet. So, it's cool. Unfortunately, it's very undergunned. It has 1 size 4. Is that better than 4 size 1s? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of big. It pancakes. It's better than 100. If I have to fight any of these ships, would I take it over a Aurora? I mean, you could use it for a bit of smuggling and stuff. So, like, if you're taking fights at the exec hangars, You win. There might be some components and you can sneak them in to this ship. I think I'd still take an Aurora. Yeah, I think I still take an Aurora. Yeah, I would. I'm also going to bump the Aurora above the 100 series. I think it sits here. That 100 series. It's got good pitch, but it's too anemic. Again, please don't let this upset you if you're an Intrepid lover. The Intrepid shouldn't be on this list. Yeah? It shouldn't be here. I'm putting it on here because I got asked to put on here by my community. So don't let it upset you if you see it here at the bottom of the list. Shouldn't be here in the first place. Yeah? Okay. Moving on. Oh, let's do these at the same time. The Inferno and the Aries Ion. We all remember the Ion when it came out and how freaking sweet it was. And we all remember the nerfs. It does 5,000 damage per shot. 5,000. 5,000. 5,000. I think everything about the ship is fine. Its speed's fine. Its shield's fine. Its HP's fine. I think its massive disc... It literally is this shaped. So it pancakes big. If it does pancake, that's fine. It's not made to fight other fighters. I think the projectile speed needs to be faster. That's it. That's all it needs. Or it needs more damage. Because let's put some context on this ship. This ship's designed to hunt bigger ships. Let's take a Idris. And Idris has 15 million HP. That's 15 million HP. I want you to divide 15 million by 5. It's a lot of shots. Even if you have 5 of these things, you're not killing an Idris. And to engage the Idris, you have to get close enough that its guns can start to work you a bit, and you're not maneuverable enough to not just get chipped. So it doesn't fit its purpose. It's too slow and too immobile to take on something like a Constellation. A Constellation just turns it and annihilates it. Like, in no time at all, a Constellation will smash the ship to pieces. A Cutlass will smash it. Anything. Let's be very realistic. Anything will destroy this ship in seconds because it's not very mobile, which means it needs to sit further back, which means it needs a faster projectile speed. Given a faster projectile speed, maybe this ship becomes relevant. But as it stands, this is where this one goes. The Inferno has a little bit more use, being that it's got really high penetration, but components just don't fucking die at the moment. I don't know what CIG's doing. We're in this engineering phase where CIG don't really know what they're doing with engineering, and so we can't kill components in ships. We've done testing with this Inferno, and it's so hard to shut down, even like a Star Lancer. It's so hard to shut down a Star Lancer by shooting a component. So until engineering gets sorted... That 3,000 hits? Yeah, there you go. There you go. So you can hit 3,000 times. I don't know, man. I don't know. These two are just... They're so cool that it upsets me because they look spectacular. I feel like CIG is worried about how they'll offend people who have bought bigger ships. That's what I think they're worried about. If people are already upset that fighters can take on big ships, imagine how upset they'd be if I could turn up in something like an Aries Inferno and work your Constellation or your Hermes or your Apollo or your Corsair in a way that was actually meaningful instead of these ships. So I think they're just really concerned. I think CIG are worried they're going to alienate their community by making this ship strong. Which they very well may do. I don't know. But for now, I'll leave it there. Pisces! The little ship that could. The little ship that could. Alright. Oh, I love it. Little hefty one. Shoo! Little fat little nugget. It's terrible. But I love it. Alright. I need a category that's just, I like this ship. Where's the just, I like this ship category? Because a lot of these ships go in the I like this ship category. Pisces has as the problem that the 100 series has. Guns are too small. Doesn't have a lot of guns. Again, only reason it's here, starter ship. Cool though. Love its design. Anvil has my heart, and this one rules. So, I'd love to see a fighter Pisces. Give me a Pisces with 6 size 4s. Yeah, nah, it's useless, guys. Let's be realistic. Great little get-around ship if you want to just move around the verse. Great for dropping people off, but there's just better options for getting people in and out of locations now with some of the stealth ships. That's what it used to be used for, was like insertion. But there's just better insertion ships now. Doesn't really have enough cargo. Again, with things like the Prowler, I just feel like there's other purposes for it. If it's used specifically as a snub just to get to and fro, it's fine. It used to be able to compete with killing AI. We did kill a hammerhead with it just a little while ago, even in the engineering patch. But it took some time. It took some time. So it is what it is. It's deep. This is a fighter list. It's not a fighter. Okay. What is there to say? It's the king right now. It's always been the king, in my opinion. At some point in the last 6 months or 12 patches, CIG finally decided they wanted to make the Arrow the most maneuverable ship in the game. With the highest pitch. It's got like 90-something pitch in its category. I think there's a couple that have a little bit more, but it's scary. Great G's. Incredible nose authority. What I mean by that is, if you take something like the Wolf, it feels like you're sat here and you're turning from behind like a boat. Right? There's like this balance. In ships, there's like balance. Right? I don't know if you can see this. It's a straw, so you might be able to see it. But like you turn from that point of balance. Right? So in a Hornet, it's like here. If this is the nose. In the Hornet, it's like here. Right? In a Wolf, it's like here. It's like way back like this. Right? In an Arrow, it's like here. It's right at the front. Like, it feels like the ship turns from the front of the ship. And it's the same with the Gladius as well. So they've got incredible nose authority. Amazing G's, awesome pitch, awesome roll, decent firepower. Although, where's my arrow? Military arrow with 2 size 2s on top, 2 size 2s on top instead of 2 size 1s. Because right now it's 2 1s, 2 3s. It's performing really well in the ballistic patch. Might be the best ship in the entire game right now. The Scorpius has a beat, but it takes 2 people. The best solo ship in the game is probably this arrow right now. You can still run it with Panthers. You can run it with MBDs. You can run it with deadbolts. You can run it with ballistics. You can run broadswords and longswords. You can run Scorpiuses and Mantises. You could do literally anything with this ship. You can run shredders as well. It's the best ship. Guys, it's the best ship. Go grab it. Take it out. Really awesome. And it should be. It's the fight. It was the main fight. One of the main fighters of the military in game. It should be a good ship. I'm not upset that it's good. I'm upset that ballistics are as good as they are, because this ship excels with ballistics. Really excels with it. So they need enough ballistics, not the arrow. The arrow's in a good place. They need enough ballistics, though, I think. Anything else to say really there? I mean, you guys know, you've all fought the arrow and had it mop you. You've all gone out there in something for a bit of fun, gone, you know what? Today I'm going to take my Hornet out. And you go out in your Hornet and you wreck every single nerd you see because you're a better pilot. And then someone turns up in an arrow and they're a worse pilot than you, but they just outmaneuver you because they're in an arrow. And they beat you. So, yeah. Whatever. Arrow's the arrow. Okay, Hawk. If you are regular on my stream, you know how much I love the Hawk.
Conan, what is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
Alexis11 has remained a turbo cutie for 6 months.
Thank you, Alexis11. I appreciate you. You absolute turbo cutie. Thank you for 6 months now. Holy, Alexis. Thank you for supporting the stream as long as you have, guys. I really appreciate it. And thank you for the 65 stream streak. Demi, I see you've hit 75. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And Thunderstruck, thank you for the follow as well. Appreciate you. Welcome to the Cute Club. Plenty to see you. You're not one of them. If you're watching, remember we're doing the giveaway for the RSI RSI Hermes right now. So if you want to win a ship with lifetime insurance, sorry, Attack Cat had the 65 stream. My bad. If you want to win the Hermes, then get involved with it. Hit the follow button, ! Enter giveaway in chat. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's till the end of the month. Come hang out on Twitch. You could win yourself a Hermes. Super cool ship.
I think I might just
and thank you, CIG, for giving me that Hermes to give away. I appreciate you.
See if it works.
You rule,
Yes,
CIG.
it's done beautifully.
Okay, Hawk. It's a blue ball ship. Has EMP. What does that mean? Well, it means it's very, very strong. But it's a ballistic patch. So what does that mean? That means people aren't taking people's shields down. They're fighting with ballistics, and the shields don't come down. So you've got to bring the ability to take the shields down. Right? So you're bringing lasers, and you're blue balling people. The other problem is that this ship gets torque imbalances very quickly if you actually get hull damage. And if everyone else is using ballistics and firing down on your Hawk, you feel it very, very quickly. So, is the Hawk a good ship? I think yes. I think it is. I think anything with EMP is a good ship, especially in a 1v1. EMPs in 1v1s are spectacular. Will it get smashed by an arrow? Yes. If the arrow pilot knows what he's doing. If the arrow pilot doesn't know what he's doing, though, you just turn him off with your blue ball. Down he goes, and you finish him. Is it S tier? It's A. Let's be very realistic. If it's caught by a fighter that can maneuver better than it, it will go down. It can't compete with the Scorpius. It can't compete with the Arrow, right? As an EMP ship, it's not the best in class for EMP, but it is nasty, and it has heaps of weapon mounts, 4 size 2 and 2 size 1s, I believe. So it can really, really work you. With ballistics, it's quite good. It's just a shame that with ballistics, it's not bringing the shield down to hit you with the EMP. So it's a victim of the meta. Once they actually make Panthers usable again, and make energy weapons usable again, I think this will jump to S tier. It is the best defensive fighter by far. No ship is as good on the defense as this ship. It is super, super good as a defensive fighter because you push into it. It's got huge. Yeah, these are 21 Gs forward for a ship its size. That's the same as the Gladius. Boom! This thing zooms. So it's huge and it's quick and it's got an EMP. So what it does is play defensively. It plays defensively, lowers your shield, and then it jumps on you. So really, 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 really good. Just if you're better than the pilot that's in it, and you're in a Gladius or an Arrow, you've got to beat. So I'm going to put it in an A tier for now. In the future, it might go up. But hey, isn't it awesome that we live in a world where the Hawk's good? Think back to 8 months ago where it was probably the worst ship in the game. So it might not be S tier. It was S tier before engineering. Easy S tier before engineering. But it has fallen from grace now with engineering. So pop it down to A. But this is a ballistic meta. Just get rid of the ballistics. This is my favorite ship in the entire game. This is a picture of a Mark II, I've just realized now. But this is representing the F7 Mark 1s. And specifically the F7A Mark 1. If you've been around my channel, you know it's my favorite ship. I fly it constantly. There are memes made about it. There are songs that you guys have written and made about it.
Some good food.
Yeah. Yes, good food, meow. Exactly. Rating 40 streak, let's go. This ship is currently so bugged. It's so bugged. Guys, I don't know why CIG are bugging my ship. It's got nose issues. It's got turret. Its nose overswings and swings back and forward like this constantly. It's got no nose authority anymore. If I swing up, if I pitch down, it's got perfect nose authority. If I take the ship and I pitch down onto you, it goes zoop and stops. If I pitch up, it's asymmetrical. It goes zoop with the same amount of force. We've taken this thing into Arena Commander and tested it. It's totally bugged. If it takes a certain amount of damage anywhere, not just its tail and its wings, anywhere, if it just takes a little bit of damage, it goes into an uncontrollable upward spin now. Why? It just spins upwards. You can't side strafe, you can't forward strafe, you can't back strafe. It just spins upwards like this. It has perfect structural formation, but it just starts spinning. It's just bugged. It's so bugged. Oh, and the top turret every time you die, you lose the guns on the top turret, and it replaces the ball turret on top of it with Panthers. It consistently is bugging out in every single way. CIG, please. I don't know if you're upset at me. I don't know if you're doing it to stir me. I don't know if it's specifically Yogi noticing me. Please fix my ship. Please fix my ship. It's my favorite one. Think about all the awesome videos and content I made when this ship was good. All of the people that came in, all the positivity I was spreading about Star Citizen. Constantly telling everyone, this is the best game in the world. But now I boot up the game, scroll to it in my list, and think about turning the game off. Please fix my ship. Please fix my ship. Right now, in its bug state, it's a D tier. If it was not in a bug state, I'd be putting it A tier. But right now, I have to make it the lowest ship in the game. And it breaks my heart to do that. Because it is my favorite ship in the game. Alright, the F7C Super Hornet Mark 1. This thing's just undergunned. It's a good ship. It's just undergunned. I don't know why they have made the Mark 1s so much worse than the Mark 2s. Like, I just feel like there should be some balance. Like, maybe the Mark 1s are thicker, but have less guns. Or maybe the Mark 2s are thicker and have more guns, but the Mark 1s move way, way better, right? The differentials between them is not enough, and so this ship's just super undergunned. It's better than these, but really, I'll take any other Hornet over it. It's the lowest on the list besides my poor bugged baby. The F7A Mark II. This is representative of all F7As. I would probably say the F7A Mark II is probably high B tier, but because this F7A is representing the Ghost as well, the F7C Mark II Ghost, I've got to put it in low A tier. That Ghost is scary. It's a scary ship in a PU setting. It doesn't really matter too much in a AC setting, in an arena commander setting, but in a PU setting, if you don't see this ship, if you don't make visual contact with it, it is going to be on you, because it is fast. It's very stealthy, and it has lots and lots and lots of guns. So it will just be on top of you with 4 size 3s and 2 size 4s, and it'll just blat through you. It also goes really well with combo loadouts. As you know, CIG are trying to do this combo loadout thing. You can run NBDs with breaknecks on the wings, and it's scary as. You want to run a full ballistic setup, go shredders on top and bottom, and revenants on the wings. They speed match, and you can ballistically blow through anything you come across. It's 1,200 meters per second. That's reasonable. You can merge and kill most things with that. You're not going to kill an arrow, but anything else you'll kill in seconds. I've used it on Corsairs. They take about 15 seconds before they explode with revenants and shredders. So if you want a PvE machine, get a Mark II and throw shredders and revenants on the wings. You want a nice all-rounder for some PvP and some PvE, NBDs and breaknecks on the wings. NBDs on top and bottom, breaknecks on the wings. If you want a specialist role fighter for a fight, just soak it with repeaters. Just make sure you've got other people in your team that have some ballistics, and just soak it with repeaters. One of the guys who flies with me runs his Hornet with full Panthers on it still, so that he can just strip down shields, strip off armor, and our guns rip through him. He doesn't go so well in the 1v1s because of that, but he performs in a team fight really well. So, good ship. I'd say high B, low A, the standard F7 Mark II. The F7C-M MK2, also known as the Super Hornet. Big shields. Big guns. Lots of missiles. Lots of HP. Structural integrity spread through nose and into body. Small target. Quite fast. Looks good. Can pick up your bud once his ship explodes. You whip in and he can get into the second seat. I'm failing to see any negatives here. Gets beat by the Arrow. Yeah. Gets beat by the Scorpius. Yeah. Doesn't get beat by a Hawk. It's better than a Hawk. I mean, as far as medium fighters go, is it the best one? What do you guys think? What do you think about it? For now, I'm going to slap it right here. If you've got a Super Hornet Mark II, don't sell it. You keep that bad boy. You'll beat pretty much everyone if you know what you're doing. Learn how to bull rush, learn how to merge, learn how to manage your speed, and learn how to corkscrew. And the only thing that will beat you in this ship will be two-man fighters, Scorpiuses, for example, or arrows and gladiuses, things that can merge onto you and send you. But even then, if you know how to distance, you'll send them. Super Hornet Mark II is... Oh, it's delicious. Does it slave the top turret? Yes, it does slave the top turret. Yes, it does. How does the handling differ from the F7A Mark II? So it's got slightly less pitch, but that doesn't matter too much in a Hornet. And obviously, it's a bit slower. So it's a tiny bit slower in a straight line. But again, when you're Hornet-sized, that's not mattering so much. So it's a little bit slower, little less pitch. But again, if you're boost pitching, it doesn't really matter. It's so good, this ship. It's really, 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 really good. Yeah, I really struggle to see the flaws with it, other than ships that are smaller that can merge onto it and match it will beat it. But, I mean, it's going to beat most of the stuff on this list, so... We'll find out. I'll probably end up putting the best in classes in this S tier. So we'll see if it becomes the best in class medium ship. We'll see. Okay. Here's a little fan favorite. The F8. F8 Lightning. This is the F8A in the picture I can see by the guns on it. But this is... We don't have the F8A yet. I hope we get the F8 soon. F8A soon. For now, the F8C has good firepower. Excellent roll. It's pretty quick in a straight line. It's got issues, though. It's another one of these. When it's looking at you, it looks like this. When it turns, it looks like this. Which means in a team fight scenario, it's useless. Because it turns for a split second and you blow through it. It doesn't have a whole lot of HP for a heavy fighter. It's undergunned for a heavy fighter, realistically. I want you to think about the other stuff that's in the same class, the other stuff that's in the heavy fighter class. We're talking things like the Shiv is a heavy fighter. And it's got 4 size 3s, 2 size 4s. This thing has 4 size 3s, 2 size 2s, or 4 size 2s. The Stinger is a heavy fighter. It's 4 size 4s. This ship just doesn't have the firepower to keep up with other ships in its category. When we get the F7A, maybe, right? But right now, I don't see it, guys. I've tried to... you can still mop people that don't know what they're doing, right? If you speed wall them, catch them at the right time. Yeah. You can still use this ship, right? I'm not going to take it and put it in D tier. You can still use this ship incredibly effectively if you know what you're doing. And it's got huge shields. You've got to work with your shields. If you're flying an F8, work with your shields, all right? Your shields are what... You need to understand the limit of your shields and when you can take a rate, right? Because really, you are not... You are like a sustain fighter, right? You're supposed to mount up, take shots, nose on, let your shields do the work and put as much pain on them as you can and force them to turn and run because they've come nose on to take a rate with an F8 and they've lost, right? So it's like a sustain fighter. Problem is that its firepower just isn't there. It's just not there. And also it's bugged, by the way. Its guns just sort of go, even if you toggle staggered, its guns sort of fire in this weird pattern where like so you might like nose for a second and 20 shots just whip past because they fire later than the gun to fire, so it's bugged. I don't know. F8 C tier. I still take it over a super, but C tier. That's why it's called the F8C. Hopefully one day we get an F8A. Okay, it's getting interesting, isn't it? Look at this list. We're starting to really, it's really starting to get towards it here. Hey, how you doing, Ruffers? Thank you, Chimpy. It's armed to kill light fighters, but can't reach light fighters. Yeah, exactly, Natalie. Exactly. Okay, the beloved Hurricane. Once would have of this position. Once upon a time, this was the best ship in the game. It was little. It was fast. It was overgunned. It was a nightmare. But for some reason, they have made it slow. And not very thick. I think it's 9,000 HP, something like this. Like, it's anemic. It's got no HP, but then it moves slower than a fucking constellation. This ship used to rip. I remember diving into fights against Avenger Squadron with me and my bud in this and one other support and coming out on top. Like, this ship used to be the king. People knew how scary this ship was and they wouldn't take the fight. You would turn up in the Hurricane and good PvPers would go, I'm not going to fight you, dude. That ship's broken. And leave. It is not that anymore. It has fallen from grace. But it's still good. It'll still beat most ships in a 1v1. Probably loses to a Super Hornet. It beats a Hawk. Beats all of this. It beats a Hawk. It doesn't beat that Mark II though, Super Hornet. Alright, we'll throw it here. It's also a missile magnet as well. That's the other problem. I know, I may be being a bit harsh on the ship. It's better than I'm saying it is. I just remember its glory days, and it was my favorite ship. So, this used to be my favorite ship in the entire game. Once upon a time, this was my favorite. I only flew this. Even solo I'd fly it. When size 4s were enough to rip through most things. Now size 4s are kind of anemic as well. It's a solid A tier ship, I guess. I sort of want to put it in B, but it beats these. So, goes into A. Okay! The hefty boy. The chunkus. The big chunkus. Oh, chunkus. The Gladiator. Oh, the Gladiator. What do we have to say about this? Well, first of all, our bomber can now have bombs attached. Thank you, CIG. It has size 5 torps. They kill most ships if they hit. It's got lots of missiles. It's got gargantuan amounts of HP. It has an amazing capacity. It is, again, a sustained fighter. You raid on with the Gladius. In fact, some of my friends felt this last night in Arena Commander. Looking at you, Debbie. You fly in front of it with a Hornet, and it flies in front of you with a Hornet, and you both pull the trigger, and the Hornet goes ba 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 ba, and it's out of ammo. The Gladiator goes and chases the Hornet as it runs because it has 1/3 of the sustained ammunition as the Gladiator. The Gladiator is actually so good. You can use it solo and still win fights right now. You don't need a gunner. You will win. The Gladiator rocks. It's got awesome torps, awesome missiles, awesome HP, great shields. It's a bit slow, but it doesn't matter because you're not chasing people. You're sending missiles after people. You don't chase them. You let your missiles chase them, and you move on to the next target. It will beat a Super Hornet Mark II, and if it's manned, it might beat an Arrow. Maybe. Probably not if the Arrow pilot's good, but I'm putting it above. I'm putting it at high A. I want to put it in S tier, but Scorpius still has it beat. Really good ship. Don't underestimate the Gladiator right now. It rocks. Go get in one. Go have some fun. Put NBDs on the turrets and breaknecks on the wings. Put shredders on the turrets and revenants on the wings. Put rhinos on the front of it and then put ballistics on top of it. I don't know. Whatever you want. Try out combos. Get yourself some cross-section torps, some cross-section missiles. Go have some fun. You will beat people. They will underestimate you and you will clap them. Just be aware. You're a pancake. So don't turn to face people. right? If they fly over you, reverse thrust away. Try and keep yourself flat. So if they fly past you like this, don't go, oh, and start turning towards them because you are pancaking. If they fly up, if they're in front of you and they fly up like this, and they're still looking at you to pancake onto you, you're turning this whole time and they're going to blast you in your pancake. Instead, as they come up from you, just back out like this. Pull down and away, not forward. If they take you back, down and forward, of course, disengage. Throw them off, as you know. You should know how to do by now. If you don't, come watch my stream and I'll teach you how to throw fighters in throw light fighters. You can do... I can teach you how to throw off an arrow when I'm in a prowler. With some very simple movements. Come watch the stream, you'll learn how to do it. But... for now, at least, the Gladiator rocks. Check it out. If you haven't given it a go in a while, go get your bud, get into it, go have some fun. You'll have a great time. The Avengers. A starter or advanced starter. Let's be real. It's the starter ship. If someone says to you, what ship should I buy? You say, if you can afford it, get an Avenger. Right? That's what everyone says. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? If there's something better, tell me. I know there's nothing better. So, where does this fit as a fighter? Because people say it's an all-rounder, right? It can do a bit of everything. It's got a little bit of cargo, okay? It's got some storage. It's got a bed, all right? Yeah. It's also got a size 4 on the front of it and 2 size 3s on the side of it. It's got 26 Gs in a straight line. That's interceptor tuning. It's quick. It's faster than a fucking Buccaneer. I don't know if you know that. It outruns Buccaneers. Real quick. It can have an EMP if you have the Warlock. It is all round a super, super fun ship that's actually spectacular as a fighter. The only reason that this isn't being used in PvP, in the more high skill scene, is because the Buccaneer is better than it. That's it. If the Buccaneer wasn't there, people would be flying this. I promise you. If there was no Buck, everyone would be in the Avenger. And the minute people work out how good the Avenger Warlock is, come watch my stream, you'll see how good the Avenger Warlock is. The minute people work out how good the Warlock is, maybe people will start using it over the Buccaneer. It's so good, guys. I'm going to put the Warlock in A tier as a fighter. And I'm going to keep this in low B tier. Because I think it's that good. In fact... it beats that. Beats that. Doesn't beat that. It doesn't beat that. No, the 85X still has it. Oh, but then... I'll have to take the fight. If you've got ballistics, it takes like a split second of Delta gun time. Yeah, it beats it. Yeah, it's high B tier. I mean, the Avenger rules, guys. Go get him one and try it out. It's so good. It's spectacular. Go give it a go. The Warlock is awesome. I mean, the Warlock beats this. Warlock beats this. Warlock doesn't beat this. Yeah, Warlock doesn't beat this. Yeah. It's a good ship. Good shields. I would, personally, if I'm going to run it, I'm going to put a breakneck on the front, and I'm going to put NBDs on the wing. That's how you run this one, okay? You can't really get away with the, it has blades. Yeah, good shout out, Clown. Yeah, it's got blades as well. So go put a blade in it. It'll go even faster. Hi, Slippy. How you doing, mate? Appreciate you. Mein Schlappen German lieb. Ich habe große Liebe für Schlipko. Ja. It can still work with Rhinos and Panthers, but they're kind of a bit anemic. I know we keep using that word, but there's no real other word to describe it. Foated. Maybe it is another word to use. But regardless, it needs the breakneck. You can use shredders and revenants, but I'd go get some NBDs, 2 size 3 NBDs and breaknecks. You could use this to clear red contracts. We clear whole red contracts with it. And you could definitely use it in PvP. People will not expect the little Avenger to wreck them. You've got to learn how to bull rush. You've got to learn how to manage your speed. It's an interceptor, okay? So, all right. I mean, there's no surprises here. It's the Gladius. I mean, 2 size 1 shields, 3 size 3 mounts, missiles, 21 Gs forward, 13 Gs in its side profile, tiny silhouette. I mean, it's been in the UEE for hundreds of years. It's the hero ship of the entirety of Star Citizen. It's the one that you'll be flying all the time in Squadron 42 when that comes out. Like, they have to make it good. It's their hero ship, right? It's just the hero ship. So, hey Roger, just so you know, guys, we're recording this for a YouTube video. I am engaging with the Twitch chat, so feel free to get involved and have some yaps with me. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out. We'll pop this up on YouTube soon. I hope you guys are having fun. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Gladius is good. What do you want me to say? Put NBDs, ballistics, Panthers, doesn't matter. It rules. It's a great ship. Does still get beaten by a good arrow pilot. If you have 2 equal skilled pilots, you put 1 in an arrow and 1 in a Gladius, arrow pilot comes out on top at the moment, as it stands. Previous meta, I would say the Gladius maybe comes out on top, but I think in this meta, the arrow comes out on top. By quite a margin too. I think the arrow is quite a lot better than it. But there's nothing else that's better than a Gladius. Nothing is better than the Gladius. These 2 ships are the only 2 ships that are better than a Gladius. That's it. Scorpius and the arrow. Nothing is better than a Gladius besides those 2 ships. So it's still S tier. Very, very good ship. You all own one. You all know. You've all flown it. You can solo the entire game with it. It's unreal. And what is this that enters my web? The Saber Firebird. If you want to let everyone in the game know that you don't know how to fly, if you want to just wear it like a badge on your chest that says, I don't know how to fly and I don't care. If you're the kind of guy who like walks up to the coffee shop and they say, here's your coffee, sir, I hope you have a lovely day. And you go, fuck off, and throw $2 on the table and then walk out whistling I'm an arsehole. If you like to kick dogs, alright? If you're the kind of guy who cheats on his girlfriend, then go get into the ship that is designed specifically for you. Alright? This is a ship made for terrible people. If you are happy being a terrible person, go get in this ship. You'll die. You'll have no impact. Because I'll just press my flare button and your missiles don't hit me. All you'll do is waste everyone's time. All you'll do is let everyone know that you're a terrible human. That's it. If we want to talk about the actual abilities of this ship, it has none. The only time I could see this ship being viable is if you want to overwhelm PDCs, right? So if you want to fire torps at like an Idris and you want to like overwhelm its PDC defenses, maybe have a couple of these shooting out some missiles. It's a garbage ship. Made for garbage humans. Okay. Few know the pleasure of stepping into a Raven. Fewer still know the pleasure of being a good pilot and being in a Raven. A lot of people own Ravens, and it's their like hangar queen, right? They don't know how to fly. They spend all their time in a Corsair or a Caterpillar or a C2 or a Raft, right? They spend all their time in a Reclaimer or an Idris. They don't go out there and fight people in PvP, do they? No. Why would they? Who does that? Did they spend their $2,000 American dollars to get themselves a Raven? Yeah, they did. You know, they have no idea. The amount of people that I've got into, they've said, do you want to fly my Raven? And I've said, yeah, what components do you have in it? And they go, oh, I don't bother with those components and stuff. do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean you bother with components? A-tier it. It's bugged. So I own one. I found a code for one under my bed the other day. I got one pretty recently. I was looking through some stuff underneath my bed. I found a code. And I got one. Very lucky. I don't know who had left it there. I moved into this house. So see when I got here. That Saber Raven is bugged. If you have any of the longer guns on it, so it's got 2 size 3 mounts, like the Omni Skies or the Quarrelers, it can't target ships that are close to it. And even if you put like some of the shorter guns, like Attritions or Panthers and stuff on it, I'm talking shorter of the length of the model, it has hitbox issues. So it is bugged. I hope they fix it at some point. But as far as Interceptor goes, it's really, really, really good. Is it broken? Nah. But it is good. It's got 2 blue balls, so it can double EMP, shut people down. It strip shields with 2 size 3s. It doesn't do any damage, but it's enough to strip shields and then hit them with the EMP. Really good for chasing down ships. Really good for like shutting down things like Buccaneers and things like that. Downside is that you EMP your teammates very often, and you need to sort of work with a team. It's not the best for a solo gameplay. In fact, for solo gameplay, it's kind of down here. But in a group dynamic, and we're talking about PU dynamics, not AC dynamics, it's A tier. It beats this. It beats this. Beats this. Doesn't beat that. Does beat that. Doesn't beat that. But it's sort of an interceptor, so it shouldn't beat them. Hi, for now. Something to remember with the Raven is that it's very, 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 very low HP. It's stealthy, so it can't really be missile spammed as well. So it's got a lot of benefits to it that make it like... It's hard to explain why it's here. It's definitely not S tier. But it can't be missiled. It's got decent enough shields. It's one of these pancake ships. It pancakes real big. But it doesn't seem to matter because it's very fast and it can get out of trouble very quickly. But if you make one it's like, if you make a single mistake, it's over. Like the fight is over. If you make a 500th of like a 100th of a second mistake, you've lost to the fight. It's a done fight. So if it's in the right hands, it's quite good. If it's not in the right hands, it's whatever. This is a racing ship. I don't know why it's in here. It still is more effective in combat than the Mark 1 right now. The Saber! Stealthy, can't be missiled. Lots and lots and lots of firepower. Infinitesimally small profile. Infinitesimally large pancake. In a 1v1, I don't know that there's a better ship. In a 1v1, when it comes to mediums, even a lot of lights will lose to a Saber. Lots of HP, 4,000 on the nose, 4,000 on the hull, 8,000 HP barrier on the front. As long as you don't pancake, you're doing really, 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 really good. The question is it better than a... Because I said I'd put the best medium fighter up here. Is it better than the Mark 2 Super? Yes. Why? It's faster. It has less firepower, yes. Less shields, yeah. Faster, smaller profile, stealth, so it can't be missile spammed. Unbelievable corkscrew. It just confuses people's ship's computers for reasons that I don't really understand. You just feel like you can't be hit in the ship. If someone jumps on you, you're done. But other than that, you're like from behind. If you've got someone else shooting at you, if you're in a 1v1, this ship has everything it needs to succeed. And it's got like 60-something pitch. It pitches like a light fight. There are light fighters that pitch worse than this ship. Saber's S tier. It's an S tier ship. It rocks. Like it rules. It's really, 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 really good. So I'm gonna throw it up there for now. For PvP. For PvE, there's way better ships. For PvP, it rocks. Panthers, you can run ballistics if you want to. I like Panthers on it. Any ship that has like 4 size 3 mounts and up, you can still get away with running energy weapons on. So some people run NBDs. I don't think you can use it how you want to use it with NBDs. This is one of the few fighters that I think still needs to remain energy weapon driven. That's not to say you can't use shredders, you can't use NBDs, you can't use scorpions or whatever. You can, but I think it's really, really good. Yeah. Okay. Sentinels. And the Vanguards in general. At 8. Let's have a conversation then. NCGs. Alright, Brian. NCG. The Sentinel. It's a blue ball ship. Maneuvers reasonably well. A lot of HP. Beats an F7A. If an F7A doesn't know what it's doing. Beats a Hawk. Can't catch a Warlock. Loses to a Hurricane. Probably loses to... I mean, it depends on the pilot. If the pilot understands the Sentinel, it never loses. But let's be honest, most Hornet pilots have not a single clue. So I'm going to leave it there. Blue ball ship, bit of fun, good maneuverability. But just recently, they updated the flight profiles of all of the Vanguards. And all of them landed in the trash, basically. Except this one. And there's a reason that this one is on my list. This is the representation for the Vanguard Hoplight. Now, you might call it a hoplite, but that's because you don't understand Latin. It's hoplite. Come on, learn Latin. Hoplite, not hoplite. All right? We've got a history degree. Learn history with Bops. We're not calling it a hoplite. With your Anglo-Saxon... Get your dirty Anglo-Saxon tongue off of my Latin word. It's hoplite. It is so fast! Now, it is... not the best heavy fighter. There is a heavy fighter that's better than it, but it's better than all the other heavy fighters. It's better than this one. It'll beat this. It'll beat this if it catches it off guard. It'll beat this if it catches it off guard. We'll get missiled by this or EMP'd by this. The Vanguard Hoplight is in a really, really good spot by Vanguard stocks. The Vanguard Hoplight is, Hoplite, alright, is in a really, really good spot right now. I might be over-exaggerating it. Let's put it back down here. Put it here. But it is in such a good spot. It's never been in as good spot. I'm actually going to bump this down to B tier, I think. Just because of the pilots that fly it. The Vanguard Hoplight is super, super good. Super, super good, the Hoplite. It's so good. It's so fast. Its pitch sucks, but fly it like it's a boom and zoom ship. It does what the Meteor is supposed to do. That's what it does. So the Meteor is supposed to be this ship. Big guns, zoom and boom, lots of HP. Turret gunner to keep people off the top of you. Meteor doesn't have that. You can have 6 Marines on the inside of it, I think. Six hot drop seats. You can have an engineer getting around inside of it, and we run this with an engineer. Engineer constantly repairing the ship while the turret gunner and the gunner and the pilot get it done. If you have 3 people, and that's the downside, right? Is you have to dedicate 2 or 3 to it instead of just 1 to say Gladius or an Arrow or whatever, right? But if you have 3 people in a Vanguard Hoplite, you are going to have an incredible time. Go try it. I run 2 different setups. I'll either run, if I'm going against AI, I'll keep the big size 5 deadbolt on it. You want the ballistic repeaters in the nose, the 4 ballistic repeaters in the nose? Leave them there. Don't pull them out. Leave them there. Change the chin gun to a Omni Sky, and then put whatever you want. Whatever your turret gunner wants on top. If he wants badges, give him badges. If he wants NBDs, give him NBDs. If he wants missile pods, give him missile pods. Whatever. But if you're going against players, run a size 5 Omni Sky, leave the ballistics in the nose, and just smash through nodes. You'll have a great time. So go have some fun with it. I know a lot of you AC chads are going, Bops doesn't know what he's talking about. Well, first of all, you're right. Second of all, we said at the start, this is an opinion episode, and the only opinions that are being given here are the right ones. So if you don't agree with me, you've got the wrong ones. Go somewhere else. All right. I'm having fun. This is fun. We should do this more often. Eclipse. Not a fighter. I've put it here in case CIG watch this video. Alright? In case CIG watch this video. That's why this is here. CIG. PDCs suck. And once we have NPC crew targeting missiles, like, that's it, man. Like, if you give us NPC crew, they'll shoot down every single missile. They'll shoot down every single torpedo. And now you've got NPCs on the PDCs, which are dog shit, shooting down every single missile. It's not fun. It makes the game miserable for everyone. They can't hit light fighters. They shouldn't even shoot at light fighters, in my opinion. But luckily, they can't hit us. We just dance around them, so they're no problem. But they do hit missiles. What's the point of having a torpedo ship in the game if it can't torpedo anything? If torpedoes barely lock, when they do lock, they take 2 hits and they get destroyed. Then they can be lost with flares or decoy smoke. You can outrun them. What's the point of torpedoes? Just remove them from the game. If you don't want torpedoes in the game, then just remove the torpedo ships. Grab the Polaris, turn it into a missile boat. Grab the Eclipse and just take it out of the game. If you really don't want torpedoes in the game, which is clearly where we're at right now, then just remove them. And it's only going to get worse once NPC crews are added. This Eclipse is like a $500 ship or some stupid amount of money. You pay more for this ship than you do for pretty much any ship in the game except Capitals and the A2. And it doesn't do anything. It's almost a scam to sell this ship, CIG, right now, with the game state. It is sold in a complete lie. In Australia, under Australian law, if I bought this ship and played your game, I could probably pretty easily get my money back under Australian law. Trust me, I have a law degree. It's wrong what you're doing with this ship. If you don't want torpedoes in the game, remove them from the game. D tier. Alright. Furies. The Missile Fury has its place. I'm not going to go into it much. It's a little missile ship. It's got the only downside, it has to be attached to another ship. I don't know. Like, it's just sort of... There's no it's hard to get out there. Then you get out there and it shoots at missiles and then it's just out there. It doesn't have enough of a payload to do anything. I mean, I want to put it in D tier. Does it have any guns? Does the Fury missile have any guns at all? It doesn't, does it? Because missiles don't do anything at the moment. Does it have any guns? If it's only got missiles, it's going into the D tier. I didn't check. I've only flown one once. I'm going to assume it doesn't have guns, it just has missiles, and I'm going to put it here. The standard Fury. This used to sit here. But. And here is the but for all of you out there complaining about the Fury. It has less Gs than light fighters. That's its acceleration. It has less pitch and yaw than light fighters. It doesn't have a quantum drive. It's got tiny little guns. The smallest ballistics send it into a death spin with one hit. Even if it's full HP, it just gets rocked about. It's got 600 HP or something. 600, 800 HP. You only get hit like 3 times and it dies. They've nerfed this ship so much that it's irrelevant now. I'd rather be in an Aurora and fight someone than a Fury. You can say that you can dance around in it. Yeah, you can. But if you get caught, you die. Like that. In seconds. So I waste all this time dragging a Fury out to the fight when an Arrow handles better, is faster, pitches better, has more guns, has a quantum drive. And yet I've now used another ship to drag the Fury out to the fight? When it's worse in every way to all these ships? When it's worse in every way to all these ships? So I need to dedicate one pilot to just getting it there, and then another pilot to getting into it. The Razor. The Razor. Oh, the mighty little razor. I think it's the fastest G ship in the game, this one. 30 Gs in a straight line. Stealth ship. You can get its emissions down to... you can get its emissions down to, I think, 800. I think you can't lock it till it's in at 800 meters. 8 or 700 meters. This is the stealth ship. Is it a fighter? No! 2 size 2 guns. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You're not fighting with the ship. Are you scouting with the ship? Yes. Are you dragging the enemy back to your boys? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. So I'm going to do something really controversial here. We're talking about a PU setting. Remember, not an arena commander setting. We're talking about a PU setting. And in the PU, there is a scout role. There is a scout role in the PU. Because of that, best 2-man heavy fighter, best light fighter, maybe best medium fighter. There's still some medium fighters here. We'll talk about that. Best lockdown ship, interceptor, interdictor. Yeah. So obviously, if I wouldn't have this in S tier in Arena Commander, you don't take a Mantis into Arena Commander. It wouldn't even be on the list. But we're talking about a PU setting, and this is the best interdictor. Razor's the best scout. Half the time, you don't even know a Razor's looking at you. It can be sitting, as long as it's sitting more than 800 meters away from you, and you haven't seen it, seen its engine trails or seen it, you just don't know it's there. I've sat in this ship and watched whole pirate formations get into formation and fed back to my team. Oh, yeah, okay. They've got this ship. Yeah, they've got this ship. Oh, yeah, they've got this ship. And here's where it gets really good. If they do see you, you're the fastest G'd ship in the game, and you can... Nothing can catch you. You got 4 or 5 more Gs than most of the other interceptors, except for the M50. Except for this one. It's a good ship. Is it good for fighting? Is it good for PvE? No. But we're talking about combat in a PU setting. And this is the scout formation ship. It's stellar, this ship. So, I like it. I think it's really, really cool. I think if you spend some time in it with a group, you'll enjoy it too. Just know that, like, you don't bring much to a fight. So, if a fight does start, you just want to be eyes on and trace the fight. Maybe do a little bit of peppering here and there, but you don't want to be in the center of the fight. You want to drag people flat so that your guys can merge onto them and kill them. You're a support ship. And definite support. Ah, my baby. So, we were talking about ships that don't deserve to be on this list. I know you guys want me to put the Tanner on this list, so if you're not familiar with my stream, I fly the Tanner as a competitive PvP ship and just sweep people with it because it's so good. It's been nerfed a couple of times by CIG. They obviously have seen the stream. You shouldn't be nerfing this ship, CIG. It's in a very, very good spot. People who own Tanners shouldn't be nerfed because I'm doing stupid things with it. You should leave it where it is. If anything, it needs to be buffed. In my opinion, the whole Reliant series need to be upgraded to medium fighters, upgunned, and have their HP upgunned. They're bigger than every single heavy fighter. They're bigger than every single medium fighter. They are one of the biggest ships in the fighter class, from light interceptor all the way up to heavy, and yet their class is a light fighter. They have no HP, really, really little firepower, no armor. What are we doing here, guys? Let's get the Tanner. Let's turn it into a medium fighter. Give it some more HP. Upgun it. If it had 6 size 3s, it would still have less firepower than a Hornet. It would still have less firepower than or any of the Hornets, the Hurricane, the Gladiator, the Lightning. Like, just upgun it. I don't know why we're playing around here. You made a giant ship. You wanted it to be a light fighter and a light freighter. If you already, okay, keep it a light freighter, but make it a medium fighter. Just Give it the HP of a freighter. It doesn't have the HP of a freighter. It has the HP of a fucking interceptor. Give it the HP of a medium fighter, and give it the shields of a medium fighter. Up its slots, weapon slots, and its internal slots a bit. Let's turn it into a ship that's actually viable instead of a ship that's kind of a joke to everyone. But in saying that, you can perform with this ship. It's solid. You'll beat Furies. You'll beat 325Is. You'll beat M50s. You'll beat Nomads. You'll beat Super Hornets. You'll beat F8s. You'll beat Deltas. You won't beat an 85X. So right there in the middle of B. You have to know what you're doing. And you have to fly it flat. Don't deploy it. This ship can deploy vertically. Don't deploy it. If you want to know why that is, why we don't deploy it, why we fly it flat, come to my stream and ask me. It's a very, very long explanation. But promise me, as someone who's got 200, 300 hours in this ship, that you do not ever deploy this ship. Leave it flat if you want to win fights. Okay. No, Brian, they just removed the boxes from the back. It has no cargo anymore. The light freighter has no cargo anymore. And now we enter treacherous waters because I may upset some people here. The Guardians. The Guardians. Let's start with the MX. What's wrong with the MX? Because there's a lot right with it. What's wrong with it? Well, you remember how we were talking before how ships do this? They pancake. Right. What this is this is my representation of silhouette. Yeah? If I cast a shadow on my hand, that is my silhouette of my hand, right? So when a ship is looking at you like this, it's flat. Its silhouette is really quite small. When it goes like this, its silhouette becomes really, really big. This is why the Saber is very good in a 1v1, but very poor in a teamfight scenario, right? So, problem with the MX is it's much bigger than the Guardian. If you go and put them next to each other, the MX is a size up. Not an actual size up, but it is basically a size up comparative to the standard Guardian. It is thicker. All of the foils, the 4 foils, are chunky, man. They're huge. Which means if it's looking at you, it's not this, it's this. When it's looking at you, it's already a big ball. Right? And then if it turns sideways, it becomes my arms like this. And then it looks at you again and it's a big ball. It can't reduce its silhouette, no matter what. And it needs to fight close. Now, it has tremendous downstrafe. It's got 4 size 4s. But it's got this huge silhouette, and then it's a missile magnet. So in PvP, it's terrible. The downstrafe can catch people off guard, and if you pull people at the right time with gimbal shots, yeah, you can take out someone who doesn't know how to fight a Guardian. But guys, the MX is rough. It is rough to fight in PvP. And most of the time it dies from missiles before it gets into PvP. For PvE, it's one of the best ships in the game. Throw 4 ABD5s or whatever on it, or ABD4s, and go watch constellations pop in 5 seconds. Brr, boom. Yeah. For PvE, this ship might be the best PvE ship in the game. It's so good. It's got lots of missiles. It's got lots of shields. It's sensational. But for PvP, it's rough. It dies to a Fury. It dies to a 325. It's low C. Probably beats these. Yeah, it beats all these, but it dies to all these. Yeah, right there. Is where the MX. That's the MX. QI. Excellent interdictor. We'll get to the QI in a second, actually. Let's start with the standard Guardian. 70. 70,000 HP. Big shields. Tight little profile. Still big. Still a circle, but tighter than that MX. 2 size 5s. Not such a missile magnet. Unbelievable downstrafe. Huge omnidirectional movement. Baby. We're talking about a ship that can perform. We're talking about a ship that I haven't, but I have seen people beat Ruby pilots in fucking Arrows and Gladiuses. I know someone who knows how to work this Guardian. As far as heavy fighters go, let's take the heavy fighter, not the dual seaters, right? Like these bad boys. Talking about heavy fighters, F8s, Vanguards. If I'm taking a heavy fighter in a life or death situation against Virgil, if I have to pick one, this is the ship I pick. Every single day of the week, this is the ship I pick. The Guardian Standard is the best heavy fighter in the game. I'm separating dual fighters and heavy fighters, right? Scorpius is better than it. Yes, but the Scorpius needs 2 people. Guardian needs 1. And it will outclass everything. Everything. That isn't the other stuff in S tier. Guardian beats this. It beats all of that. With ease. With ease. It beats all of this. Nothing here beats it. If you're a good pilot in the Guardian. I mean, it even sort of beats the Saber. It's great, man. Go get a Guardian. This Guardian, you want Galderines. Don't waste time with ballistics like some fucking nerd. You've got size 5 ports. Use them. Put the Guardians on. Guardians penetration, yickety, is way more than all the other energy weapons. The Galderines. The Galderines penetration is way more. Way more than any of those ballistics. They're sick. Galderines are so good. People have stopped using them for some reason, but they are so good. You shut down ships in seconds. Watch them just go floppy. So, MX rules. Get yourself an MX. You'll have a good time. Sorry, not MX, standard. Don't buy the MX unless you're intending to do PvE. QI, it's as good. It still beats all of these. It's just a little bit worse. It's more of a missile magnet. Put it there. Yeah, you're right, Stretch 9. If you're going to run this, breaknecks are the way to go. Or ADBs. Breaknecks or ADBs. That's what you want. Or Rhinos. Rhinos are still good. Okay. Again, well, the list is starting to shrink a bit. This ship is good. This ship is good. No. This ship, we've been taking it out. When I say we, I mean me. I've been taking it out. I beat Gladius, isn't it? It's good. It's got a size 2 shield. Got a size 2. It's light fighter with a size 2 shield. It's got 60 pitch. Saber has 4 size 3 weapons. This has 4 size 3 weapons. Saber has size 1 shields. This has a size 2 shield. Saber has 60 pitch. Crab has 60 pitch. Saber has flat profile. Crab has flat profile. in a 1v1 setting, you put some freaking Panthers on the crab. Take it out. Alright? I can't put it where I want to put it yet. Because I just started flying it properly yesterday and the day before. Literally. Yesterday and the day before. I've been flying exclusively the crab. And honestly, I think it's being overlooked. It still gets shit on by arrows and Gladiuses and probably gladiators and hurricanes. But I mean, I don't know, man. Go try it yourself. Tell me what you think. Run energy weapons on it, though. Not ballistics. Put energy weapons on it. It needs energy weapons. Yeah, plus 10 for the sweet green wibble effect. Good point, Brian. Good point. Yeah, just go give it a go. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Virgil, if you're watching, go try it. Interested to know what you think. Okay, cutter. Okay, so we've got the cutter on here, like the Intrepid, like the Pisces. It's a starter ship. I wanted to address it. We want to address starter ships. 2 size 1s or 2 size 2 guns. The cutter rocks. It's an amazing ship. It's got awesome cargo, wonderful interior, little armored shields that deploy, awesome sound design. Like, it rocks, but it shouldn't be on this list. It's only on this list because you guys wanted me to put it on the list, so here it is. It's on the list. Based. Really, really, really good starter. My recommendation, if you can't afford a one of the bigger ships, is to grab yourself a cutter. If you're new to the game or thinking about the game, good ship to start with. You're not going to be able to do a lot of space combat with it, though. It's not a space combat. It's a go land, do first person, move some boxes around. If you want to do space combat, go get something else. It probably can kill the Aries. It can kill the Peregrine. It can't kill the 100. So it goes there. Also, this can't kill the 100 either. These both go down here. Good ship. We like the cutter. We're cutter fans. We're cutter fans around these parts. Let's be honest, it really just shouldn't be on this list, the cutter. But you guys asked me to put it on, so here it is. A big smile just crept across my face. Yeah, a big smile just crept across my face. Yeah. We are up to the Buccaneer. It comes as no surprise to anyone who is here where I'm going to put this ship. You all know. It is the most important ship in the game. If you are flying in formation with other ships, it is the most important ship in the game. Will it win a 1v1 against an arrow? No. Will it win a 1v1 against a Gladius? No. Will it win a 1v1 against a Scorpius? Nope. Will it win a 1v1 against any of these ships? Not really. Maybe the Aurora. But if you know what you're doing in a group scenario, there is no better ship in the entire game. The unbelievable firepower. Size 4 on top, 2 size 3s on the wing, 2 size 1s next to you, 2 size 3s. Missiles underneath the wings that can be traded for bombs if you want to do atmospheric bombing runs. You've got 25 Gs forward, 40-something pitch. You have an enormous top speed. You're a tiny little target. This ship is spectacular. Plus, it feels like you've strapped a V8 engine to a fucking lounge chair, a plastic lounge chair, and some tiny little bicycle wheels, and you're just going, no, the whole way down the road. It's fun to fly. It's got huge firepower. It's so fast. It looks good. It flies good. It completes a formation. NBDs with breakneck on top. NBDs on the wings, breakneck on top. Or Panthers and CFs. Don't waste time with this stupid fucking ballistic meta. It doesn't the Buccaneer cares not for your ballistic meta. Alright? It doesn't care about your ballistics. It flies faster than your bullets travel. Okay? Just put repeaters on it. Put breaknecks or MBDs on it. If you're punching up, fighting Hornets and above, so if you know you're going into a fight where there'll be Hornets and above, so Hornets and Constellations and Corsairs and Idrises, go with NBDs and breaknecks. If you're going against fighters, just repeaters. CFs, repeaters. Nothing better. Your job isn't to kill the ships. Your job is to put them into a death state so that your team can catch up and kill it. So you don't need the ballistics. So you fly behind a Hornet, it goes floppy, and you just fly on and say, hey, I've disabled a Hornet. The rest of your team turns up, the Hornet explodes. Beautiful ship. My favorite ship. My favorite ship. Oh, I love the Buccaneer. Buccaneer is... Nothing is going to... I'll tell you right now, in case you're hanging out for it, nothing's going to knock it out of top position. It is that good in a team fight scenario right now. It is the best ship right now. Nothing's better. So if you're waiting to find out what Bops' opinion of the best ship in the game is right now, you now know. It's the Buccaneer. Nothing is going to displace it. Some of these might get displaced, but nothing's going to displace that Buccaneer. It's too good. And do I think it's broken? No, I think it needs to be buffed. I think it needs to be better, but I'm happy with where it is. Yeah. Happy birthday to your doggo, Ruffers. There is a reason I spend all my time in a Buccaneer. It's just so good. It's just so good. All right. Now the Buccaneer. We have the Buccaneer. Now we have the Buccaneer. Hey. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Bops, why have you got the Herald on this list? Okay? It's not a fighter. Alright? It doesn't need to be on this list. Okay. Okay. But the 85X isn't a fighter. Reliant's not a fighter. M50's not a fighter. Eclipse isn't a fighter. Cutter, Pisces, Intrepid, not fighters. They also, none of those ships have 16 missiles. Or whatever the fuck it is. None of those ships have 27 Gs. None of those ships have 1 size 3 and 2 size 2s. It's good. It beats all of these. Probably beats that. Probably beats these. Doesn't beat that. Yeah. Yeah. Hey KG, how you doing, mate? Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it right here. Is it 18 size 2s? Well, there you go. 18 size 2 missiles, 27 Gs or whatever the hell it has. Decent firepower, super fast. Get you a freaking Herald and have some fun. Yeah, again, this isn't the AC list.
What's wrong with me? Why can't I
And I'm going to keep repeating this. This is not the Arena Commander list. If this was the Arena Commander list, Buck wouldn't be on it. Mantis wouldn't be on it. Razor wouldn't be on it. This wouldn't be on. This wouldn't be on. This wouldn't be on. This wouldn't be on. This. Like, all of these wouldn't be on if it was an Arena Commander. We're talking about combat in a PU setting. A lot of this reflects into Arena Commander, though. Like, if you go into squadron fights in Arena Commander, then the Buck definitely comes back in. But if you're talking 1v1 in Arena Commander, no. Okay? Yeah, exactly, KG. Let's be realistic. If we're talking about Arena Commander, none of the ships are here except for these two. That's it. Love how the other missile ship is a show of how poor you are at the game, yet this gets missiles. Yeah, but with the other ship, you don't have to manage 27 Gs. You don't have to manage I don't know if you've flown a Herald, but if you're flying in a straight line and you yaw that much, you will just do this. Whip, 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 and then you just spin into the distance. Herald takes skill, brother. Herald takes skill. Okay. I do need a scrolling text banner that says not the Arena Commander list. By popular demand, we have the Drake Clipper. One of the just unbelievably, completely, absolutely, just fucking awesome looking ships. It looks so good. How does a ship look that good? It's so amazing. It looks spectacular. All right. 4 size 3s on its wings, 1 size 1 shield. It's like, look, it really shouldn't be on this list. All right. But as a generalist ship, it rocks. It's got crafting. It's got crafting's not in the game yet, but it's got crafting. It's got a bed. It's got a toilet. It's got cargo. It's got looks. Does it have a medical bed too? I have a feeling it has a medical bed as well. Does it have a medical bed? Can't remember. Anyway, Clipper rocks. Shouldn't be on this list though. Loses to these. Loses to that. Loses to those. Beats an Intrepid. You can use the Clipper as a PvE ship. If you want to use it as a PvE ship, just try this loadout for Bupsy. All right. What I want you to do is I want you to go get a Clipper. I want you to put 4 Omni Skies on it, and then I want you to set them to stagger fire. Whap 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 whap. Go have some fun. You're still gonna lose if you're not a good pilot and you go into like a red. I've gotten through a red in one before, but it's hard. It's hard. But you'll still smash yellow contracts, orange contracts. And you'll even beat players that don't know what they're doing. So, again, let's be realistic. I love the Clipper. You love the Clipper. We all love the Clipper. It shouldn't be on this list. But you guys wanted me to put it here, so here he is. Yeah, it works as a bummer. Exactly, KG. Apparently, you could put like 20 missiles on it or something, right? Did someone tell me you could put like 20 or 30 missiles on this ship? Someone said that. Maybe you can use it as a missile boat. I don't know. I've got to experiment with it. But for now, we'll put it here. Okay. Now, the Cutlass Black is not going to be on this list. If you want my opinion about the Cutlass Black, it's good. It's probably C tier. Somewhere around here. C tier. We're not talking about the Cutlass Black. No, sir. We're talking about the Cutlass Blue. Now, ain't no ship I know that moves quite so fast, looks quite so good. It's still Cutlass Blue. It's got himself them round, sweet, squeaky windows. It's got them round, squeaky hinges. It's got them woo lights that run on top of it, run people down no time at all. All right, I'm telling you right now, out here, only thing people care about is my badge. I don't need no badge when I got myself good blue. I tell you what. All right, I tell you what. The Tough Chad. Also, check out the merch. Non-stop Bops. Exclamation mark merch. I just got my new Non-stop Bops. The Prowler of Pyro hat. Ah, sweet. There's a bunch of really cool merch. So, check it out. I love that hat. It's so cool. So cool. So if you want to see merch, go check out the merch. Yeah, Cutlass Blue. I've grown an affinity to this ship recently. I've been flying it lots. It's got interdiction, specifically a dampener to keep you in position. It's got 21 Gs in an upstrafe, 6 size 3s, heaps of HP. As long as it's supported, it does really, really well. It'll beat this, it'll beat this, it'll beat this, and this. It'll beat 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 this. I mean, it has beaten that. It'll beat this. It'll beat this. It won't beat any of those. That's where it's. Yeah, that's where it ends, brother. I'd like to put it here, but I can't. In my heart, it is S tier. But realistically, it's an A tier ship. It'll beat all of the ships below it with ease. I can't see anything there that beats it if it's manned. Again, you need 2 people in it, so that's why it wins, right? I have beaten arrows, I have beaten Gladiuses, I've beaten Guardians, I've beaten these other ships, but I shouldn't beat them. That's because they are lower skilled than me, right? So, Cutlass Blue is really, really cool. Affectionately known as the tough Chad around my stream. We love it. Go get yourself Cutlass Blue. Make sure you fly it supported. You don't want to fly it solo, but it's awesome. Really good interdiction ship. If you don't want to run a Mantis, if you think a Mantis is boring, you don't want to be in this ship, try out the Cutlass Blue. You get a shorter range, but you'll have a great time. Khartu-Al! Khartu-Al. This used to be here. And then they nerfed its speed. And then it went to here. And then they nerfed its HP. And then it went to here. And then they added in a ballistic meta. And it went to here. Not much to say, man. Like... if you know what you're doing, you'll outmaneuver these ships. It's hard to say because the Khartu-Al's all about if your opponent knows how to handle a Khartu-Al. And what I mean by that is your forward strafe, your forward momentum is so slow that you can get very easily speed walled. So if you push towards someone, right, you try to push in on them to merge and get around them. If they know Khartu-Als, they know they can just backstrafe and keep you at a distance because you're so slow forward. You're really slow forward. But if you stay at a distance with Panthers and play Wiggle, the Wiggle game, you will win. And that forces them to fly at you if you're wiggling at a distance, and then you can merge onto them and stick to them like glue. You know, looking at all these ships that beat this, I'm just going to drop it down to B. Because if it's getting beaten by all of these, then... Alright, Khartu-Al sits in A tier. It's still A tier. Barely, though. Barely. It's only that it beats all these. It still beats the Cutlass Blue, even manned. It beats the Hoplight. It beats the Avenger. Warlock. If it knows what it's doing. Beats the... Can't beat a Hurricane. Hurricane is the line. Yeah, alright, that's a good spot for it. Yeah, A. Let's throw it in A. Let's throw it in A. Okay! Ah! Ooh. 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 So medium fighters. We was talking about medium fighters, wasn't we? Weren't we having a yap? And we put the Saber up in S tier because there was nothing better in a 1v1 against other medium fighters. Even against most light fighters, right? 4 size 3 guns. Santoki has 4 size 3 guns. Santoki also has bigger shields. Santoki has the ability to omnidirectionally move. Santoki suffers a bit to ballistics, but so does the Saber. Saber can lose its foils. Santoki can lose its foils and still continue to move. But there's one thing that I bet none of you know about the Santoki. Can you guess? What secrets is Bob's keeping? The Santoki can reverse with 10 Gs. What does that mean? That means that light fighters can't merge onto it. The Santoki is the best medium fighter because it is so cracked that it can jiggle and wiggle and run down any other medium fighter. It can jiggle and wiggle and run down any other heavy fighter. And if a light fighter pushes in to merge onto it, it can just disengage, strafe out while shooting. It beats... A good Santok pilot can beat arrows and Gladiuses. Truly. I've seen it. The Santok's sensational. Santok stocks are high. Buy. This is big betting Bubs, and he tells you the time to buy the Santoki. Stocks is high, time to buy. Get a Santok, they rock. If you haven't flown one in a while, go fly one. Take off the default guns though. The default guns on it suck. Don't run stealth components. Basically, everything here you should run stealth coolers. And then military everything else. Unless you've got spare power pips. In which case, drop your power supplies and for A tier stealth power supplies. So the Santok, for example, I run 2 stealth power supplies in it. Because it's the 2 stealth power supplies are enough to power its guns and its shields and its boost completely. Okay, so this is one where you'll drop the military power supplies for stealth power supplies to make it less of a missile magnet because it is a bit of a missile magnet. But everything else here, stealth coolers, military, everything else except for the stealth ships, run A tier stealth across the board for this bad boy and this bad boy. These two, 1, 2. So the Saber Raven and the Razor. Stealth across the board. I run full stealth on both of these 2 ships. I do keep the VK00. What weapons on the Santoki? I'm assuming you're asking. It depends. If you're good, you can get away with NBDs or NDBs, whatever they're fucking called. I prefer to run Panthers because you can jiggle at a distance with Panthers and they can't hit you because you're omnidirectional, so you can make the enemy's pip do this. And they can't get their nose onto your pip, as your pip just does this. So you just sit at a distance and jiggle and pound them with Panthers, and then when they go, this stupid fucking Santok, and they push in at you at max speed, you just grab them. You just merge onto them, and you just stick to them like glue and just punish them. So I like Panthers on it, but you can get away with NBDs, and you can probably get away with ballistics. I haven't tried it with ballistics. I wouldn't run ballistics on it. Just because the speed of the projectiles of ballistics is just going to be too low. 1600, I know it's not much, but when you're trying to jiggle at a distance, you need every little bit that you can get. Okay. Schulen. Only because it's a starter. Again, we've got the other starters. We got the Cutter. We got the Pisces. We got the Intrepid. This is probably the best looking starter, maybe. But and it's got good firepower for a starter. Name another starter that has 3 size 3s. 2 size 1s, 2 size 2s, 1 size 4, 4 size 1s. It's got fucking 3 size 3s. Like, it's got guns. It's got missiles. Unfortunately, it is the size of a small moon. And moves like a small moon. So, it just gets cheek clapped, man. Whether it's AI or players, you're not going to have a good time. Like, even if you're 1v1, the cockpit has like 19 or 1800 HP. You just get shut down, man. I don't know why it's not thicker. The missiles collide with your own ships. There you go, Raven. Yeah, I don't know. I want the Schulen to be better, but because it's visually stunning. And then, yeah, you've got the learning curve of takeoff and landing, but that could be a win for some people, Brian. Some people go, oh, this is cool and different. It's alien. So, anyway, as a fighter, it can't fight, guys. It just can't. It's maybe the worst. Speaking of the worst. Snubs. I think these are both Archimedes. Yeah, they're both Archimedes. Well, I guess. Whatever. They both sit in the same position for me. Right now, for some reason, CIG just just hate snub fighters, man. They have made snub fighters useless. And these are even worse than the Fury. At least the Fury can kind of fight. These are kind of... Like, I'd rather be in a Clipper. I don't know why they hate him so much, man. Right now, snubs are just... They just nerfed the hell out of them. They just rebalanced them to make them useless. So, yeah, don't even bother. There's not really much else to say. Yeah, exactly. The Merlin's not even being used for racing anymore. I don't know. They just don't like these ships, man. They made them useless. Made the Fury useless. Again, it's that whole, like, I have to dedicate another person to bring a Merlin out. And then a Merlin is worse than all of these ships that have quantum drives. So I could put the Merlin into a... I don't know, a fucking Asgard. But now I've got an Asgard and a Merlin out there instead of 2 Arrows or 2 Gladiuses. It's useless, man. Makes me sad. I love these ships. I used to love these ships. I used to rip in the Merlin. Not anymore. Oh! And what is this that I spy here? Do I see some fan favorites? The Kruger. Wonderful, wonderful space German engineering. Yeah. There is nothing that looks quite as good. There is nothing that moves so beautifully, like water flowing over stones. Yeah. The Shabernack. You can get up to. Oh! Popping someone and giving him the bird and going, take that, das Hundesohn, as you fly past them. Oh! Magical. Magical. Ships. Oh, yeah, Schmackofatz. Ich blieb fett. Alright, L22, L21, L22 guns, L21 guns. We're taking them in their default loadouts. As I'm putting more stuff into A tier, I have to bring other stuff down, basically. So I'm bringing some stuff down. I still think this is A tier, though. And this is A. Yeah, I still think all this is A tier. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. I'll take the L21 over the L22. L21's guns are better. The ballistic guns are better right now in the meta. And the L21 has more forward momentum. If it's faster and its guns are better, it's the better ship. The L22 is still spectacular. If you know how to use those guns, you'll still beat all of this. Your Gs are only slightly less. You may look infinitely worse because you don't have a sweet fin. But the L22 is still really good. And you can always take the L21 guns and put them on the L22. It's still a really good ship. The reason that you're not scared by this ship is because lots of people own these. And lots of people that don't know how to fly them. You wait till you find a pilot who knows how to fly in one of these. I once watched a pilot. And I won't say his name. I once watched a pilot. I just followed him. He 1v21'd in this ship. Fighting 16 of them at the same time. 4 he sort of killed on the way to location. And then he fought 16 pilots on his own. The only reason that he left the fight was because he ran out of ammo. If you know what you're doing in a wolf, you will fucking get it done. But you've got to know how to fly a wolf. They are a specialist skill ship. Anyone can get into a Gladius and look good. Only the best can get into a wolf and look good. Wolves are awesome, but you need to practice. Every time you fight a wolf and the guy flies like shit, it's because everyone bought a wolf because they look so good. Everyone bought one. We all bought wolves. And all these people who have no idea how to fly fighters bought wolves. And so every wolf you come across, you just dog walk. A pun intended. But if you fight a good pilot and a wolf, you won't even hit him. You won't even see him. They'll just merge onto you and that's it. The fight's over. They'll just merge onto you. You're done. At the end of the day, they've got better pitch than an arrow, guys. They have better pitch than an arrow. I'll say it again. They have better pitch than an arrow. They have more G's in a straight line than an arrow. You see what I'm saying? You're starting to connect the dots here? They have 2 size 4 ballistic guns. Arrow has 2 size 3s and 2 size 1s. The only reason that they're not up there with the arrow is, remember when we were talking about nose authority? Remember before when we were talking about how the arrow aims from the front? So this is the front of the arrow. It aims from here. It's got really good nose authority, right? So the balance point is right up at the tip here. Well, the wolf's nose authority is minimal. Its balance point is at the back of the ship. So if you yaw, it swings. If you pitch up in the wrong way, it'll swing and wobble, even if you have a tiny bit of yaw. You need to play in roll and pitch. If you know how to do that, you'll beat everyone. So the wolf rocks. You just have to know how to fly it. And I'll die on that hill. All right. The Talon Shrike. This is the missile Talon. It's got 2 size 3s, bunch of missiles. I know it beats these. It's a fight of attrition, but it wins. Beats that. Yeah. Yeah. It's got missiles, moves well, but it's just undergunned. 2 size 3s is not enough. The standard Talon. Is very, 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 very good. Wait, is it 2 size 2s on the Shrike? Is it 2 size 2s? Rain? Are we certain? Can someone confirm that for me? I thought it was 2 size 3s. Is it 2 size 2s or 2 size 3s? 2 size 2s? Ooh. There. Why? Okay. Yeah, you asked a really good question, Pantheronox. And also, thank you for the follow, Pantheronox. Welcome to the Cutie Club. You know one of them. Hey, if you're tuning in and watching this list and you want some more, like, PvP content and want to see this stuff in action, think about following. We've got a giveaway going on at the moment. Exclamation mark, enter giveaway will get you into the giveaway, but you got to be a follower or the bot won't pick you for the giveaway at the end of the month. Okay? So if your favorite streamer's not on and you're looking for someone fun to hang out with, come hang out here. You'll earn some tickets for the giveaway. You might earn yourself a cool ship. Might learn a little bit about flying. Some of these ships we've been talking about. So, yeah, come back. Okay. You asked the question, why is the Talon Shrike better than the Firebird? Well, if you fly a Firebird, you probably cheat on your girlfriend. You probably spend your kids' food money on cigarettes. You definitely voted for Trump. You've got you intentionally are a sociopathic dickhead. You hate yourself more than you hate anyone else, but you still fly it anyway. No, let's be very, 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 very honest. The Talon Shrike is stealthy, so the Firebird's not stealthy. The Talon Shrike is stealthy, so missiles come from fucking nowhere. It moves like a light fighter, so you can dance around. Yeah, the Peregrine's fast, but like things can still catch the Peregrine. There's still going to be a Buccaneer, and if a Buccaneer's flying at me, I'd rather be in a Shrike where I can dodge and maneuver around the Buccaneer and speedwall him than in a Peregrine that tries to run, gets caught, and dies. Firebird. The Firebird gets a few missiles and then has shitty pitch and yaw and can't even get guns on target. Like, the Saber Firebird is a useless ship. I don't dislike the Saber Firebird. Like, yes, it tells me you don't know how to play the game when you get into one. Like, it tells me that straight away. But even if I got into a Firebird, I couldn't beat anyone. Because missiles don't do anything in this game right now. You just multi-flare and they're gone. And it's got 2 size 3 guns. And there's just no reason to fly the Firebird. It's just crap. Whereas the Shrike has stealth going for it. It has more missiles going for it. It can dance around its opponents and its targets. It can disengage. It can tighten up its profile. Yeah, Shrike is a better ship. Way better ship than this Peregrine. And people don't think you're a loser when you get into it. And that's nice, isn't it? When you turn up in a Shrike, people go, oh, a Talon. I haven't seen one of those in a while. You turn up in a fucking Firebird and people go, oh, he must be disabled. He mustn't know how to... He mustn't be able to hold his joysticks or something. He must be missing hands. And has to, like, play with his face. Like this. Use his tongue to shoot missiles at me. Okay. Let's talk about the actual Talon, though. Holy, is this ship good right now. It's just been buffed. If you throw it to VTOL mode, you can zoom up. You get all these extra Gs when you're not in atmosphere. It's fast. It's stealthy. It has 2 size 4s. It looks good. It feels good to fly. It dances around opponents like they're absolutely nothing. As long as you know how to fly, you're going to have a great time. It beats any of these ships. Any day of the week, it'll beat any of these ships. Saber probably still beats it. Wolf probably still beats it.
Oh!
But I have recently
Wonderful
found
shot.
a great love for the Talon. It is a cool ship that just is performing. It just got buffed, guys. Talon stocks have gone up. Go get yourself a Talon. Make sure you tuck wings by putting it into VTOL mode. And go beat anyone. Anyone. Weapons, I recommend just throw rhinos on it. Don't fucking waste time with breaknecks or any of that bullshit. Just put rhinos on it. Clap cheeks. You can engage from further distance. You can start your zoom and boob from further away because you got stealth. Just rhinos. Have a great time. Talon rocks. Super cool. Really cool ship. Alright, we're getting down to the end here, guys. There's 5 left. Down to Vandal. Let's start with the Stinger. Last of the heavy fighters. Very big guns. It is also a very big target. It also has very little HP. Let me tell you something. And all you heavy fighter pilots are going to disagree with me, but you're wrong. You don't need to speed match the size 5 gun. If your pips are green and over the target, and you pull the trigger, your guns have enough movement in them that they will shoot towards the green pit. Even if you're not looking directly at it, they will shoot towards the green pit. That size 5 gun that's on the shoulders of the Stinger, I see people trying to match their guns to the speed of it, but its speed is so slow. Just take the Stinger and load it with fucking rhinos. Load it with whatever, like the fastest guns you can get. It's got so many guns that trust me, you don't need breaknecks. You're like 4 size 4s and 2 size 2s. You don't need breaknecks, guys. You don't need them. Use fucking rhinos. And then that size 5, just, if you've got a 2-stage trigger like me, just have it on your 2nd stage trigger, and when both your pips go green, pull the trigger. And it will auto aim. It doesn't need to be speed matched to your other pip. Eventually they're going to flatten out, and both your pips will come together, and then just pull, click. Then your pips will go apart, then they'll come together, and then just pull, click, and then it'll come together. So you're going like this with your standard Panthers, and then click it in the full way. Whenever you see those 2 cross, you don't need the damage of the size 5 on the shoulder. You don't need it. You got 4 size 4s and 2 size 2s. Have it as a 2nd stage trigger. If you don't have a 2nd stage trigger, just have it on your normal trigger. Just Have it just shoot off. I'm sure you'll get hits. Or don't. Fly it however you want. I have melted my Stinger. It just doesn't perform. It's slow. It's got no HP. It's a big target. People say, oh, you can fly with multiple people and it can get good. It's a tier for me. It is sufficiently fucking C tier. I want to put it lower. But it's not as bad as a Meteor. It's sufficiently C tier. It's fine. Like, whatever. If you come against crap players, you'll beat them. If you come against good players, you will lose. Simple as that. Not much more to it. Okay. Yeah, it's missing the spine turret. I think it was supposed to have a spine turret. Okay, the blade. Very, very, very good still. Beats all of these. All of these. All of these. All of these. Let's put it smack bang between these two. Okay. Super, super good. Just watch your guns. You have a limited clip and they take a very long time to recharge, so watch them. Scythe has issues with its hitbox. It's currently bugged, so I'm just going to put it in D tier right now. It's just too bugged to be relevant. Glaive also too bugged to be relevant. If the hitboxes was working successfully, this thing has 60 pitch. I'd be putting it in A tier. But it's been bugged for years. They haven't fixed it, and because it's bugged, the Glaive's not really a relevant ship. You can work with Staggered Fire and get some interesting stuff happening with Staggered Fire if you want to, but really, it's kind of a nothing ship. And then the Mighty Shiv, super customizable. You can put it comes with breaknecks, so throw some NBDs on it, ba-boom. Put Panthers and Rhinos on it, ba-boom. Put Shredders and Revenants on it, ba-boom. It has the nose and pitch of a Hornet. It's not as fast and doesn't have the G's of a Hornet. A lot of people say, oh, it's just a fucking Hornet. It's not. It's not. It has the nose of a Hornet. It is a defensive ship. You want to be back strafing, right? This is not a ship you should be forward strafing in unless you're bull rushing for an advantage. You want to be on the back strafe in this ship and speed walling people because its back strafe is really quite good. If you're speed walling and playing a turret, a real stationary fight, you'll have a good time. If you're playing a aggressive style fight, you're going to lose. And you're going to lose very quickly. That's why you lose every time you take your Shiv out. Because you play aggressive, not defensive. Now you know. I think this is visually S tier. But beats these. Beats these. Beats these. Loses to an F8. Loses to. Loses. Yeah. Sits there. C tier. If you're a good pilot, you can make it work. But it's a C tier ship. So there we have it. Every fighter-ish ship and the starters. It's hours of yapping, but that's it. Really, really, really cool to sort of put them up there together. I don't think I'd move much around. I'm kind of happy with how this landed. If you enjoyed this and you want me to do this again, please let me know in the comments. Let me know on Twitch too, guys, if you enjoyed this and you want me to go through it again. We can do more of this with some of the bigger ships. We can refine this down to light fighters. We can do builds of guns if you want me to do builds of guns and setups and components and all this sort of stuff as well if you want me to. For now, I think this is a good little entry for 4.6 with 4.7 around the corner. There'll be changes, of course, that come with it. But I really, really hope you had fun because I had a whole lot of fun doing this as well. And if you want me to do it more, let me know in the comments below.